Now part 28 is prepping the servo. Pick your correct horn to fit your servo with it centralised. There's the servo saver bit. This part we have to have one little ball joint with a little nut. Wind this up tight. And fit that on. Plastic washer. And a screw suitable lengthwise. I don't know if this is fine, it's going in nicely, it's a nice long screw. And there we go. It's a metal geared servo, this E-Tronics, waterproof but not super fast, but good for this job. Now part 29 is fitting the servo in. You've got different ways of doing this. If your depth at the servo here to arm is less than 25, you put it the opposite way around like that, so it makes it lower, but as mine is a full size wise, it's not going to be a problem. The only thing is with these electrics is I've swapped the electrics out already because it comes with a Carlson dragster. Don't like them, so I'm not going to use it. So I had a hobby wing sitting around, so that's going to go in its place. But then again, it's how you fit the electrics in. You can't put the on-off switch as they want it, so you have to think a little bit out of the box with these. Because even though Tamiya do supply their version of the hobby wing now, there's no real instructions on how to put them in correctly, so it's one of those things we have to live with at the moment. There we go. That just drops into the chassis and goes in with a couple of screws. So the electrics I'll put off on camera because I've got to work out what I'm going to do with them. It shouldn't be too hard. But like I said, it's things change. I will get this to line up. There we go, finally in place. And there we go. It's just deciding what to put where. So we know the battery has got to go here. So I'll probably stick it on like that. It gives me on off switch there. And then hopefully the wires are long enough to reach. I've held off on the electrics because of, I don't know where the drive shaft's going, so I thought leave it for now. It will save a load of problems later on. We've got two longer screws here. We've got to fit the body post at the back. Got to find something to hold on with. You've got to make sure the holes go crosswards. That seems pretty good. That's the two rear body posts done, and then we've got these two battery holders, which is a washer and a screw. And that's the same the other side. Now part 21, done it off camera because it's just links, and you set these to 14mm, and these are turnbuckles, which is quite cool. Now part 33, putting on the rear gearbox. so we should just have to line it up on the rear. Finally got it in. That did not want to go. There's 3 screws each side. They definitely didn't want this gearbox coming adrift. And that's the rear gearbox nicely on. Right, step 34, put in the drive shaft into the back. Now you can see why I've left the electrics for now. It's because see where this goes, being an exposed drive shaft. It's hard to show it all in one. There we go, it's in place. That popped a bit easier than I was expecting. Second screw goes down here. And that completes that stage. Right, 35 is fitting the front bumper. Two self tappers at the back. This new camera setup's getting a pain now. It's getting up to size. It was a good idea when it started. And then just a couple of nuts and bolts. to hold the bumper on at the front part. Yeah, I'm going to have to rethink this. And then just got to put on the steering joints. Now we're going to talk about a little bit further on, because I'm not doing the figure at the moment, so we're missing part 36 and fitting that. The wheels and tyres are not going to be fitted, so basically I'm going to tidy up the electrics and this will finish bag C as far as I'm concerned, and then the body and finishing off what's going to be done to it will be in the final video. There we go, the electrics is tidied as best I can, but like I said, I'm going to leave the cover off because you need to get to the on off switch. But I'll try and fit the driver figure a different way. But this concludes the chassis part. The rest will be finished with the body.